We're doing a fucking tier list. A life tier list, might I add. We're tearing up from F all the way to S on life. Everything. Well, most things. I've been working on this for 10 minutes, so I might have left some stuff out. But yeah, let's get the stuff started. Okay, let's shorten that down a little bit. Joy. Joy, to be honest, I really like joy. I like being happy. Look at the smile. I love that. I like doing that. I like smiling. I like being the chuckle. So A or S? I mean, we all want joy. So I think joy is an S. Joy is an easy S tier. And yeah, you can't really tell me otherwise, because otherwise you are wrong and I will shoot you in the face next time we meet. What's this? Heartbreak? Heartbreak is not that great, to be honest. Heartbreak kind of sucks. The thing about heartbreak, though, is that, you know, it can better you. It doesn't make you who you are. It'll affect you, of course. It'll affect you a little bit, but it does not make you any less or any more than you already are. I've never had the chance for my heart to be broken, Mo. Well, you know what? I'll tell you something. It's definitely E tier. Honestly, it can go shoot itself right in the butt. But it does help a little bit, so I'm not gonna put it in F tier. That's a smart move right there. Hugs. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like hugs. Hugs are pretty nice. This depends on who it is, because you don't want a random, like, you don't want this kind of hug, yeah. That's why I give hugs an C tier, because you never know what. Oh, I give hugs a C tier, because you never know who's hugging you. You know, it really depends. It really depends on who's hugging you, but most of the time it's pretty good. Sometimes it can be like, ugh, you know, yeah. Now this one is very dear to my heart. Being a teenager, which I am currently, honestly, guys, being a teen kind of sucks. You get all the acnes, and you gotta figure out how life works. You gotta go off. You gotta go find yourself. You gotta go inside and get that shit outside. You gotta go through all these terrible moments in your life. And honestly, being a teen, I'm looking forward to when I'm not. You know, I'm looking forward to when I'm big man, hunky dude, or at least an adult. You know, I think I gotta move this to B tier, because being a teen is D tier for delicious sleep. Honestly, who doesn't like some sleep? You know, some peace and quiet of the mind, some time to just relax. Nothing's going on. It's just you and sleeping, and like, what's better than a good night's rest? You know. So I'm gonna have to give sleeping A. School. Nobody likes school unless you're a nerd. I don't like school. To be honest. It's quite boring. It feels like a waste of time all the time, because am I really learning anything that I'm gonna take into real life? When the heck am I gonna use find X in real life? Look at this. Okay, look at this. Here it is. It wasn't so hard, was it? I don't need an entire 10th grade to find X. So, school goes into D tier with the teen, because I'm a teen and I have to be around school all the time, and I hate it. Love is the best feeling in the world. I think it might be the best feeling in the world. You find this person and you're like, holy shit, like, I want to be with her for the rest of my life. I wanna with her all the time. Him or her, them, spliff, whatever they are. You'll find love, and then you're like, your whole life is different from that point on. You're like, holy shit, I can feel like that. The thing about love, though, once you get the feeling, nothing else is as good. You're like, oh man, I'm so in love, and then you, like as soon as they go, you're like, you know, I don't need that. Why can't I just, you know, have love, and then I'm like, oh yeah, life is pretty, you know, good as well. It kind of ruins your life. It's like crack. Crack is like, I've heard it's like awesome. It like makes you feel so good. But the problem is that you want to feel like that all the time now, but you can't feel like that ever again. Or at least you can't feel like that unless you have crack. And you can't feel love unless you are in love. And if you like, when you're in love, you can't, you feel terrible without the person. So it's a mixed bag. Being in love when it's not like the right person is especially bad, but love in general, it's B. Again, like with the hugs, it depends on the person. If you're with a toxic beach, then like it's terrible. It's cringy. Next up, depression. Depression isn't all that great. I don't like depression. When I was 13, I had like moderate depression, which is only like a moderate depression. It was like 50% depression, and that was enough for me to be like, life sucks. So, depression, guys, I'm gonna have to put depression in F tier. It's just not that great. It's not for me. All right, next up, fear. Fear is that feeling of uncertainty. Of that thing that you can't explain, or that thing that you just know is not good. Something that'll either take away your life or ruin it in some ways. Fear isn't all that fun. Fear is honestly not PogChamp. So I'm gonna have to put fear in F tier. Going outside. Going outside. Going outside. Honestly, I like going outside. It's fun. It's great. You get fresh air. It's pretty nice. I like fresh air. It is pretty epic. Although I don't do it enough, I do honestly I do like it when I do. When it's good weather, you know. Not when it's like raining and shit. I like going outside when it's good weather. So I think going outside is A. I like going outside. Sue me. Actually, don't sue me. I don't like that. Being born. We've all been there. We've all had those times when we're like, ah, and we like get out of the womb, and you know we're all like born and stuff. And the magic of the beauty of childbirth, man. It's a terrible thing to see and experience, but you know, it's beautiful in a way. So I think being born is a definite S tier. Speaking of babies, being a baby. You're this little baby. You can do whatever the heck you want. You can go and put stuff in your mouth like toy cars and knives. And like, you know, it's all a part of it. Ever wondered why you know exactly how everything is gonna feel on your tongue? Like, look at anything and you know what that thing will feel like if you lick it. You figured that out when you were a child. That's the thing. So, being a baby is B tier. Next up, being an adult. Now, here's the thing. I've never been an adult. So, I would kind of need to ask other people what being an adult is like. I'll rate it a D. A D! Damn, alright. Alright, let me ask my parents then for right now. Alright, welcome to my life tier list. We're asking being an adult. What's your rating, Dad?
C.
C. It's just perfectly average. Alright. Thank you.
Welcome.
And there you have it. Being an adult is fine. But having a crush, now that's something. It's pretty chill. It's pretty cool. But with a crush, I've never had a crush on anyone and be like, and then like we started dating or anything. It's always been like, oh yeah, we're friends, and then like, oh, they like me, all right, I like you too. It's never been I've liked them and then they start liking me. That's never happened. I've had crushes before, but like I've never dated a crush. I've never been with a crush, so it's never really worked out. So, you know, having a crush, it's a great feeling. It's like, oh my god, this person is like super pretty and shit. And like, you know, crushes as a teen, it's like you just see their looks and like they're beautiful. And then like you talk to them and they're like their personalities are usually like don't match with yours at all. And then you're like, well, we're not getting together, so this is just I just like how you look. This is kind of stupid. So I'm gonna have to give crushes a C tier because it's just kind of average. Death. It will come for us all. We're all gonna die someday. It's a part of life. It is life. Life is life and death. Is it even rateable? What do we give death? What's the rating? Is it a S tier and F tier? It's not really a good thing or a bad thing. Of course it sucks, but it needs to happen because otherwise we would need to not have kids, because otherwise the world would just be crowded all the time. So death gets E tier because it's terrible, but it also needs to happen. Like heartbreak, it's terrible, but you need it to be like, oh yeah, that's what that's like. Damn. And you learn from it, you know. Well, you don't learn anything from death. You just die. That lawsuit with my wife 2 years ago, claiming that we should get a divorce because I was too stinky. I smell too bad. Definitely an F tier. She's a terrible wife and I hope she dies. Penguins! I like penguins. They're cute. And if I was a penguin, I would be stoked. So penguins get an S tier. And now for the final thing, the first kiss. You know that first kiss you have, the first time you ever go and do the mwah with somebody. Well, this is we're gonna rate that. I haven't had that yet. I've kissed people before, but I've never had it with somebody that like it's never counted. It's been like, oh yes, we are in summer vacation, summer camp. Let's do a kiss. And it's like I was like 12 or 13. That doesn't count. So first kiss. Any kissers in chat? Well, we're just gonna leave that right over here, or no, right over here or whatever. And I'll come back to that later and put whatever that is later once I've had that. But yeah, that concludes the life tier list. There's a lot more stuff that I should have put in, but I haven't experienced enough of life yet to know what those are like. So these are all that I could put that came to mind. But I'll do a life tier list number 2 when I'm like 26 or something. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little stream and video. See ya, and thank you for joining me. And yeah, I will see all you dudes in the next video.